Hello. Who am I? I'm going through a lot of changes right now. Feels like I'm dying. I'm just kind of exhausted and I'm tired. So today I'm gonna talk about surviving, just surviving life. It's a lot of people doing that. In the world, they just try to survive. They're not actually alive. I mean, we are alive, but we're focusing a lot of trying to survive, whether it's money, food, future, health, mental health. Life should be about living, not surviving. And what is living then, right? Because then that's different comparing to who you are and what you like and your ego and your interests. So you need to know, what do you like to do? What are your interests? Which people do you want to celebrate life with? We can't know what makes us happy without going through things that doesn't make us happy. And sometimes our interest changes. So sometimes we may be very happy when we paint. And then painting maybe doesn't make us happy, but then playing guitar makes us happy. So we change our interests. And that can happen in short periods of time or in long periods of time, depending on who you are. But I think we all changes all the time. We're all growing and maturing all the time. We're getting in new information all the time. So what makes you happy? What gives you joy? And those activities that gives you joy and those people that gives you joy and happiness and laughter, focus on them. And focus on that. Focus on everything that brings you satisfaction. Because there's 4 different ways that we can trick our brain into happiness and into feeling good. And I'm gonna take this 4 examples. I have it in my little book. There's 4 different ways to trick our brains into getting different chemicals in our brains. So we can trick our brain into being happy. Dopamine. This is the rewarding chemical, dopamine. We can get this chemical while we're eating food, when we're achieving a goal, when we're completing a task, and during self-care activities. This is dopamine. And then we have serotonin, which is the mood mood stabilizer. And this, we can get serotonin from sun exposure, mindfulness while being with nature or plants, and during meditation. That's serotonin. And then we have endorphins. And this is the chemical that is the painkiller, the endorphins. We can get this chemical by exercising, listening to music, watching a movie, or laughter. And then we have oxytocin. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but it's the love hormone. And we get this chemical by socializing, physical touch, petting animals, and helping other people. So this is the 4 different chemicals that produces happiness, right? So it's not only one way we can do things that produces happiness. Basically, eating food will produce dopamine. All kind of food. That's why it's best to eat healthy food, because all kind of food releases dopamine. Achieving a goal. What kind of goals do you have in your life? Write down your goals. It can even be small things like doing your bed. So when you write down, I'm gonna do my bed every morning. And every time you do that, you will like, yeah. And then a bit of dopamine will be released in your brain and you're like, yeah, I did it. I did my bed. Completing a task, that's the same thing. It can be very small things, but you can still use those small things to produce dopamine. You can, for an example, massage yourself. Then you will get dopamine because you will do a self-care exercise. But you will also get oxytocin because it's physical touch, even though it's your own. I don't know if that matters, but so maybe you can like mix it. Be with nature at the same time you're laughing, then you're releasing endorphins and serotonin. Yeah. The more activities we're doing with all of these things, the more happier we are. Because it's a chemical in our brain. That's what happiness is, just a chemical. It's just a, yeah, it's strange. Our emotions is just chemicals created from our mind. I can mix up emotions and intuition sometimes. But I've been practicing a lot. I've been learning a lot lately, actually. Yeah, I'm so excited about shit. I've been having... My life hasn't been the best lately. I've been having a bad life. But it's okay, because I'm changing things up, so... And you're like, I don't really see any change maybe, but it's a big change inwards. Because everything happens from within first. So even if you may not see results or a bit of a change in whatever that is happening, there's a lot happening. Yeah, there's a lot happening. There's always a lot happening. Yeah. Ooh, the sun is out. Cool. Well, I'll be back in the future very soon.